Let's get some perspective on this story now. We have Mareike Ohlberg with us. She's a China expert and senior fellow at the think tank, the German Marshall Fund. Mareike, good to have you with us. So today, the Hong Kong legislature passed this law criminalizing insults to China's national anthem, and the new security bill by Beijing is set to be enforced as well. Are we seeing the end of the one nation, two systems concept that has underpinned Hong Kong until now?
What we're seeing is definitely a series of measures and laws that are meant to erode possibilities for freedom of expression, possibilities for expressing dissent, and possibilities for organizing civil society against measures that could otherwise be imposed on Hong Kong. Now, to me, especially the national security law that Beijing has announced it wants to pass is an actual game changer, because if the national security law from the mainland is any indication, it is incredibly vague. It can be enforced fairly randomly against a large number of vaguely defined crimes. So it makes it all but impossible for civil society to organize against any future measures. It also sets a precedent in the sense that it is passed by Beijing rather than by the local legislature. So I think activists and opposition politicians who think Hong Kong will be very different after this have a point.
We talked to a pro-democracy activist in Hong Kong earlier in the day, and he appealed for international pressure here to make a difference. But what can the international community realistically do?
The thing is, the one country, two system arrangement under which Hong Kong has a special status is not a one-way street that is only granted by Beijing. It also depends on acceptance by foreign countries that have special treaties with Hong Kong. So I do think there is, and the United States has done this. Europe has been a lot more cautious. I do think Europe has a lot more leeway here to state that if Hong Kong's autonomy is completely taken away, that will be reflected in how Europe starts treating Hong Kong, and that may lead to Europe no longer thinking that the one country, two system arrangement is justified. So I think we actually have a lot more leeway than most European politicians would make it seem.
Right, Mareike Ohlberg from the German Marshall Fund speaking to us. Thank you.
Thank you.